afternoon, everyone. It's Kimberly Shipley, and I'm coming to you today. I'm going to do a video. One of my subscribers has some relatives buried here, and I was going to do a little video for that subscriber. So this is, they have mentioned about they have relatives buried at this church in my hometown. So I wanted to come out here and do a little video of this and just kind of, I'm not sure where their relatives are buried at here, so I can't really show that. But they asked me about, have I been here or anything? So this is in my hometown, so I want to do a little video for them. So this is for my subscriber out there that has relatives here. So that way you can get a little view of what the cemetery looks like. Apparently, I think they've been doing their family history, and they had been asking me questions about this. So this is for them, and I hope everybody enjoys it too. I want to give a little history of the church and stuff and a little look around for a minute. All right, everybody, this is Mount Union General Baptist Church, located in Scottsville, Kentucky. It was established originally in 1870 and then again in 1922. I think because it was established again in 1922, the building was redone, and but it was originally established in 1870. And I think it also had a name change at that time. But there's a plaque. We'll go over there and read it in a few minutes, just to let y'all know. First, let's take a walk around the cemetery a little bit. I'll show you a few. There's a lot of old graves here. I wanted to show you the cemetery runs in 3 sections. The first section is over here to the one side of the church. Then we're going to slowly move over here. I'm trying to show everybody. There's the church. On the other side of the church, as you can see, there is another section. And then we're over here across the road in this section. Sorry for the dizziness, but just kind of giving you an updated version of what it kind of looks like. And this section I'm in, let me show you real quick. Try to back it up to give you full view. This is kind of what it looks like here. So this is full view. I had to do a close-up a minute ago. But we'll do a walk through the cemetery real quick. Here's one of the old grave markers. As you can see, it's non-readable no longer. And there's some more older ones right up here. Some of these older ones right through here isn't readable really any longer, as you can see very well. Shame too. This person right here, born in 1864 and they died in 1886. So this grave must have been put in just right after this building was established, this church. That's unique history. Here's one that has 1877, and sadly the tombstone isn't doing very well. I'm not sure if that's her death date or birth date. As you can see, 1877. This person died in 1874 and born in 1811. Wow. See? Even a few of these old ones. 1890 died. I'm just going through the really old ones that I think may be old. Here's another one. Died in 1899. Boy, these old ones are really, of course, some of them don't look like they're lasting very good, but see, they died on February 8th, 1899. Just sometimes they're unique. This one's kind of unique with a point on top. They died in 1905. This one died in 1908, I believe. That's pretty. It's got a Bible on top. I bet back then that costed a lot of money, back in 1909, to have that made. Consider at the time, see the Bible at the very top of it there? But that was expensive to have made, to have put on there. We'll do a little walk in here. Who knows, maybe I might run across a relative. I'm not sure even who their relatives are, but just kind of doing a little walking around just to kind of show y'all. And since they requested it, that way it gives them a little glimpse of what everything looks like over here. I won't go through all the cemeteries, just kind of, I can't see for sure when they died. This person died in 1902. Excuse me, I'm just getting over, I've got pneumonia, so I'm just getting over it some. This person died in 1989. These up front here have been here for probably a long time. Well, I mean, if they died in 1809, they have been here a long time. This is kind of unique, the way it's made. Yeah, 1890. Kind of like how it was made and the color of it. Here's a big one with the last name Cooksey. One of them died in 1879. Looks like the wife and the husband died in 1935. So she's been there a long time. This one, 1917. And again, I'm doing this for somebody here that was wondering about their relatives that was buried here. So that's the reason why I'm doing this video today, in honor of my subscriber. I can't read, I think it says 18 something, but I can't read this one. It was born in 1856, I believe. There's a couple of some more older ones. This person died in 1874. And let me go over here. I want to read for this one, my subscriber. And I'll read this, but you can also pause it if you want to read it to yourself also. Mount Union Church. Sorry, our car was coming. Mount Union Church in Scottsville, Kentucky. Organized in 1864 under the name of Mulberry Hill General Baptist Church. In 1869, the original log building burned. Okay, they'll understand that. The reason why it has two different dates. The congregation rebuilt on present site, so it was rebuilt the same place as as it is now. Changed the name to Mount Union. 13 churches were invited for Mount Union to form Portland Association in 1921, making Mount Union the mother church of two associations. And this is Kentucky Historical Society. This was in 1968, presented to be by the Kentucky Historical Society. So hang on, I want to make a picture. This person died in 1948. And 1915. That's really unique. The little thing on top of it. I think maybe that's represented a Bible. Oh, I wonder if that's her children. Here's another one right here. Small little grave. These are older too. Let's see. Looks like this person died in 1880. Let's get a little closer look. Oh, sorry. And let's go back over here and look a little bit. These are some of the older ones. $1907. Can't hardly read this one. 1899. Sleep, dove, on a dove rose. Drink thy rest. Take thy rest. God called they home. He there at best. Hard to read all the exact words. It's a pretty saying though. There's some more old ones. And here's another one next to this tree. This person died in 1805. And here's one kind of off to itself. Well, tree's kind of on top of it. That's one's been here a long time too. Looks like they was born 1856, 19, maybe 04. But anyway, for my subscriber, I wanted to get on here and do a little video about the Mount Union Baptist Church for them. And show them what it's like over here, because I don't think they've ever even been here before. But just to kind of let them know what it's like where their relatives at, where their relatives are buried at. Since they've been doing a little history finding for their family, this will give them an option to know what it's like here. Because I'm thankful for all of my subscribers, and I try to do whatever I could for them if I can. So I hope the shout out to my subscriber. I hope they enjoyed this video. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Okay, let's walk around for a minute longer. This person died in 1890. 1878. I'm just giving you the roof. That's strange. This one is sideways. They died in 1909. Let's look at these. This person died in 1895. And this one in 1886. Another one, 1886. And I'm gonna get a view that way. Now this is across the road I'm gonna show. This looks like a newer plot on this side of the road. So I guess they eventually extended the cemetery over here. And when you look over here on this side of the church, that has some older graves too over there. Oh, okay. Also here on this historical marker, hang on, I want to read this. I didn't know it had a second side to it. Hope y'all can see this okay with the sun. But this side, it's the other side of it. The historical marker says M.J. Bonner, burial site about 60 feet east of here. Born on December 17th, 1825, and died November 21st, 1907. Reverend Bonner organized the Mountain Union General Baptist Church, which stands on these grounds. He is known as the founder of 3 associations: the Mountain Union, Green River Union, the Harmony Association of General Baptist. Guys, before I close out, there's some really unique, I just noticed, I've never even noticed before. And I mean, I even live here. I want to show some of these older graves too over here. Some of those pretty unique. They kind of caught my eye a little bit. You know, I'll show you some of these older ones. But I'll show you the ones that caught my eye. Really unique. Here's a Cornwell. Actually, my grandpa was a Cornwell. Hang on one second. Sorry about that. I snapped a picture to see if AI could clean that one up. Because my grandpa was a Cornwell on my mom's side. But anyway, here's another old one. Over here's something unique. Let me show you. Well, not this one. It's old though. Look at there. Ain't that beautiful? Let's get a little closer. This has to be old. Look at it. Somebody put a flyer in their hand. I'm not sure how much of this I can read, or if I can read anything on it or not. That's beautiful. We're at the same cemetery. So the one beside of it, I guess that's the same name. It looks very similar. It's something I'm not sure. I can't really pronounce. There's that writing on it. Let me go to the back. That's really unique, though. I don't see a date on this one. This is the back of it. Ain't that beautiful? And I'm going to show you some more too. Look at the face. The lambs out of a tree stump. But here's another unique one. Hope y'all ain't seeing that hair. I had a hair on my hand there as I was holding my phone. The date on this one is 1876. Beautiful grave. Now, this is a unique one too. Let me stand back so I can get all of it. This is 1910. But look, it's carved like a tree stump. Ain't that unique? I know it's hard to see with the sun. I'll get a closer look. But they have a tree stump for the footstone. I'm going to get a little closer look at it. See what I mean? That's unique, y'all. Let me go with the back of it. Maybe you can see it a little better. Yeah, because it's not so much in the sun. Ain't that so unique? And look at this big old tall one. That's unique too. Let's see what it says. $1908. Well, I tell you, back in those days, that had to cost a lot of money. I imagine for those real unique headstones. I can't see who this is or the date. But I've seen those unique ones. I'll show some older ones here. But I thought those was really unique. It looks like the one across the road was a little bit older. Here's another unique looking headstone. That's so old. It's the tombstone's just about gone. I know usually I don't get on here and do cemetery videos, but look at this one too. It's really unique. It's got some writing. See if I can read it. Is that a Masonic for Mason? This person died in 1920. It was an angel that visited the green earth and look, I can't for sure read, but is these any kind of symbols that you recognize? Let me know in the comments, because I'm not sure. But yeah, those was really unique. Again, they're that way. And I just thought that caught my eye, and I thought, I want to get on here and show you all these. Oh, wait a minute. No, I think that's his tree stump that's down. Maybe not. There's some more tree stumps. These are unique back here. I really thought this was a tree stump. It is a tombstone. 1911. Look at there. Ain't that so cool? And it's made like a tombstone material. And look here, here's a couple of more back here. Must have been the same family. But those are really unique. See two more right there. And these are all in the early, very extremely early 1800s. Here's another one that says father. 18. I can't hardly read the name now. Or the date, not very well. There's some unique here. I never knew about these, and I live here. There's some other older. Yeah. Here's a farther glimpse of all the bigger ones of the cemetery. But anyway, I just kind of seen these over here, and I wanted to share these with y'all. So I hope you enjoyed seeing these old, unique graves and very amazingly made. So anyway, thank you again for joining me. And again, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you, everybody.